Hi guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Summoners War video. Today we're going to talk about my updated Siege defenses, and I like to do this when a Siege season ends and also when a balance patch like we had a week ago lands in the game. I have updated my defenses. The important thing is that I have created 10 of them. And I know there's going to be people saying that,
why are you making 10 defenses?
in G2 or G3, the players only make 2, 3, 4 defenses and they put their best runes on those 4 defenses. However, that doesn't really apply to a G1 guild, especially like a guild that I am in right now. Our members vary in where they're at in the game. There's early game players, there's mid game players, there's late game players, and to be honest, there's a lot of early game players in this guild where they can't really compete in G1 level. Even though I make my 9th or 10th defense, it's still sadly stronger than those early game players' best defense that they can make. Because of that, our guild actually advises the higher level players to make all 10 defenses, because if they don't, eventually we'll run out of defenses to put up and they'll just either be really weak or we just won't have enough defenses to put up. So that's why I made 10 defenses, and I'm going to showcase all 10 today. It's been 2 siege battles since the balance patch landed, so we'll see some of their defense rates. To be honest, most of them aren't doing really great because still it's early in the season, so we're meeting a variety level of guilds. It shows that they're G1, but they're not really G1. They're probably like G2, or sometimes they're even C3. I'm pretty sure you guys are curious by now what I made, so let's get into the video. So yeah, the siege battle for today just ended, so let's get right in and look at our defenses. So I have 10 defenses right here, and I tried my best to kind of balance the Nat 4 tower defenses and the Nat 5 tower defenses. But I think there is a one more Nat 5 defense than a Nat 4 tower defense, just because there are more Nat 5 towers out there. So just keep that in mind. So let's just start from the top. This was one of my non-priority defenses, and it's with the Mihail. However, I am debating if I should switch this out with the Water Howl, because I think the Water Howl would just do better just by the fact that he has a 2-turn immunity plus a 1-turn immunity, and then multiple heals with all his skills, and I think that's just more effective in defense. I know this Mihail got a buff in the past balance patch, that's why I'm using her, but really a 1-turn immunity and it's a conditional immunity too, right? So I kind of paired him up with the Tyrannus due to the defense buff, but I think that maybe that's a waste because Tyrannus defense buff by himself anyways. That's just my thought. So I might change this out. I might make some changes on this. But yeah, these are the runes. This is Violent Revenge for the Tessarion. Nothing crazy. This is the Mihail on Violent Will. And you can see that I try to get like 100 resistance with the resistance lead, but I think Tyrannus is actually not on 100 res. But this is Tyrannus on Violent Will as well. That was it. Let's go to the second one. So this is a new defense that I made because I made my second Carcano. Just keep in mind the second Carcano is not fully skilled up. Same with the second Triana, not fully skilled up. So in the end, the effectiveness of this defense is probably halved, right? Because skill 2 for Carcano is really important, and also skill 2 for the Triana is also very important. The also one downside is that this Triana is not on a crit damage build. You can see I just focused on the HP, defense, and probably the resistance. And yeah, but this Carcano, that's different from the other Carcano. That's different from my main Carcano, is that it's on a Violent Revenge build. It's not on a Violent Will build. So I'm hoping that if he gets some lucky revenges, this could get some wins. We'll have to see. I focus more accuracy on this one, so 50%. So I'm really hoping that he lands his defense break, because that's 50% accuracy, okay? 50%. And then the Vigor, that's on Violent Will as well. I didn't change this Vigor this past balance patch. I didn't change the runes, so everything that's on this guy has been the same for a while now. But I hope he does the job. And the Triana. My third one is a Kamun Orion Yen defense, another Nat 4 tower. defense, and I created this because I know that this is a very OG defense and it doesn't work in most cases now, but still speed defenses work some cases, especially in June 1. It still works, it still could get some wins. So I wanted to utilize another speed unit that I had, so I went with the Orion. I know that maybe a Miho would have been better, but with the Kakis, with the Suikis, with the Fukis, so popular now, I think it's pretty easy to win against the Miho, right? So this is my Kamoon that's on Violent Destroy. This is my Orion on Swift Broken. And finally, this is my Yen that's on Vampire Will. The turn order is that the Orion goes first, the Yen goes second, the Kamoon goes last. Right? That's a Vampire Will. Yep. So that's that. My fourth defense, another defense that I updated, a new defense this season after the balance patch, is the Nigong, Celia, and Fuki defense. To be honest, this defense I think is not going to do that well. First, because the Fuki is the only damage dealer, so if they kill off the Fuki, it's over, really. There's no coming back from that, right? And actually, that's the only reason. Even if the Nigong gets some crazy violent procs and brings the Fuki back, he really needs to connect the skill 3 to a skill 2 for Fuki to be in a good state again. So I don't know how high the chances are for that to happen. So really the win rate for this defense shouldn't be that high. Celia's on a Violent Will build. I did give her Violent because that's still 266, which is not that bad at high accuracy. She is also not fully scaled up just because I have a Triana that still needs to be fully scaled up. However, I did find out that these Heart Magicians are fusible, so should I do that? I don't know. I didn't even start the Odins yet. Or, sorry, the bells yet for my Odin. And then finally the Fuki that's on Violent Endure. I try to get at least make these guys really, really tanky so they can't get Lucianed. And I believe that this team is not going to get Lucianed. At least the Celia will die, but if the Nigong survives, the Nigong should bring everybody back, and that could change the game. Especially if Celia takes a turn, they should probably have, the other team should have some kind of buff if they're cleaving, and then the sleep should go in and should destroy their turn order. My other Nat 5 defense, also a new defense, is the Praha, Ritesh, and the Kumar. And really, if I had a better rune set, I would have given the Praha a Despair set. However, a Violent set. However, I didn't have another Violent set that was left over. Again, the defenses up here were lower priority, and the defenses down here were higher priority. Okay, so you'll see that the rune quality kind of differs from the top and the bottom. But yeah, the Prah's on Despair Blade. I couldn't get it on Revenge or Nemesis because I couldn't get the crit rate. I wanted my Praha to get more turns if she gets to move. However, I also noticed that she's not scaled up, so I'm debating if I should scale her up because Praha is a good unit overall. She's used well in RTA. She has a good kit, so I'm really debating if I should scale her up, which is Devil Mounting her, and she takes 5, 4, 3, 12 Devil Mounts, which I have currently. So, but yeah, these are, you can see some are not like fully scaled up or fully powered up, and that just shows that this wasn't a priority defense. My Kumar, yeah, nothing crazy, right? Nothing crazy. Also not fully scaled up. And finally the Ritesh. Not fully scaled up and also not fully grinded. The turn order should be Praha, Ritesh, and then Kumar. I think that's how it's going right now. Or it's the Praha, Kumar, Ritesh, right? 204, yeah, 200, and then 190 something, 192. Okay, finally, let's go to the more priority defenses that I focused on. So I'm gonna, give some mentions to the ones that you guys already know of. This one is still doing really, really well. The Clara was changed to Swift Will, and I gave her, but she became a little slower. Shaina and Zenobia is the same. Turn order obviously is the Clara, Shaina, Zenobia. And then another one that I'm still using is this one, Carcano, Iris, Triana. And there has been some rune changes here. But turn order is Iris on Despair Revenge. She got a little slower because I got the Moor, and which I also gave him a Despair set. And then the Carcano, which also turned a little slower. It's 228 now, but more damage, more defense. a little more, same HP I guess, and the accuracy is a little low, but that's fine. These are his runes. And finally the Triana that's still on a crit damage build. I gave her 10% more crit damage. I think she was around the 10% more crit rate because she had around 60%, but now she has 73. I am trying to get a +4 here, or +4 violent speed grind, because I really want this to become as +100. But yeah, I gave her accuracy too, because if you give Triana enough accuracy, the sleeps that she lands are really annoying, and I know that because I go against a lot of Trianas that land their sleeps, and I want a Triana like that. Okay, so those are the honorary mentions. So now let's go to the new one. So this was a new one, and I really wanted to use my Wind Monkey plus the Juno. So I looked up the swgt.io, or I don't know if that's the website, to see what kind of defense I can make, and I noticed that there was a defense with the Chandra, and Chandra was one of my first Nat 5s. So I was like, okay, I want to use him. Let's make a defense like this. So I did. I think the turn order is that Juno goes first. This Juno is not on a crit rate build because this is a arena defense Juno. I focus on the HP and the defense and the speed, and it's on Despair Nemesis. So you can see that. Then I think the Wind Monkey goes, or is it the Chandra? I forgot. But Wind Monkey looks like this: 40k HP with good attack, good defense. Little slow. It's 201 speed, but due to its base speed, yeah, it's not really like slow. And finally the Chandra that's on 190 speed. Yeah, so it's going last. And it's on Violent Revenge, 50k HP. I gave him some crit rate because he gets a crit buff if he gets a crit, right? Oh no, he gets a speed buff. Sorry, he gets a speed buff if he lands his crit. So like 58% is not crazy, but 1 out of 2 times, it's not that bad. Cool. He's also not fully scaled up. Maybe I should, because the more he does this, the more attack bar the allies get, and that might be pretty good. Now, another one is this one. So guys, you guys all know that I got a Moor. So I really want to use the Moor too, because Moor's kit is really nice, and I think it's pretty good on Siege. And I saw that there's this kind of cleave defense, so I want to try it out. But it's not the fast defense because my speed runes are pretty bad. So I went to Despair build, so Moor is going first on Despair Broken, 171 speed. So I'm hoping this does something. And then the Savannah's going next, 251 speed. Yeah, it's not that bad. I like her build. I think she'll do her job. And then finally the Cocky that's on 231 speed. No accuracy, but at this point at least one unit should die unless they're like all super duper tanky. And finally this one. So this is where my second Iris is being used. It's not good as the other Iris that's in my Nat 4 defense with the Carcano. And it's also because that she's not fully scaled up. But the turn order is that the Rao goes first. And here you can see the quality of my Swift runes. They suck because my rogues only 294 speed. But he's at least fully scaled up, and I'm hoping that he does get the job if he does go first, and if we do outspeed. And then the Iris goes, or actually the Sierra will go because Sierra will get enough turn order. So Sierra will go because she has 91 crit rate. She's pretty fast too. I'm hoping that her bombs does enough damage. The accuracy is pretty high as well, especially with this. It's 82%. So I'm pretty sure that it will do enough extra bomb damage with this and this. So yeah, I'm hoping that this is enough. And finally the Iris should go with this build, Despair Revenge, another Despair Revenge build, same as the other Iris, but I think 6 speed slower. So this is 260, but the other one is 266. Yep. And this one has less HP, but it's on a crit rate build. Yeah. So yeah, that was all the updates for my Siege defense. I don't know which ones you guys liked. I know some of you guys will keep saying in the comments like, dude, those defenses won't work anymore. But really, no, they work. In G1, any defense works. You just have to have good rune quality, okay? That's the truth. It's G1. If you're talking about, if I was in a G3 guild, even my guildmates would probably be like, hey Juno, why are you doing that? Get rid of those defenses and just focus on 1, 2, or 3 defenses and put those up because those are the only ones we're gonna use. And in the harsh truth is that they might even not use it, right? Because in G3 guilds, 30 members are all there and they're all playing, so your defense might not even get used. That's the harsh truth. Now the defense logs. So you guys all know this is always doing well, but it didn't get any new wins for the past siege battle. But the cumulative record is 57-28, and it's still doing well in this season. Same with this one. This hasn't gotten some new wins, but I was surprised because I figured that I was using the other Clara that had no runes for like a week, and I was losing for some reason so many times, and I was like, why is it losing? And I found out that I was using the other Clara. So please note that this record is kind of wrong. The first 4 losses are probably just like free wins for the opponent. But the cumulative record is again 52-23, which is a very good record, I think. Now this one is the new one, and I know it's 0-1. That's because again there's certain flaws where the Carcano and the Triana isn't skilled up. This one lost as well, so I guess they were just faster, or they had better rune quality for this. Again, if we don't outspeed here, there's a good chance that we'll lose because it's a cleave. It should be better if it's swift and if everybody is speed tuned, but again, my rune quality sucks. You can see that this got some wins, so 3-2, so I'm happy with that. This got a loss, again, if they outspeed, or if like anybody here derps, or even if they just kill off the Yen, there isn't much that these two could do, so I understand that. This lost as well. I guess it didn't do what I thought. Again, there's one flaw where the Chandra is not fully scaled up, so I have to debate on that if I want to scale him up. This wasn't used. This lost, and again this one lost. Again, another flaw where the Praha is not scaled up at all. And I think same for the Kumar and Ritesh are scaled up, but their runes aren't all powered up because against it they weren't a priority defense. This got a 2-2, which I think is not that bad. Well, I'll just continue using it, see how it does. If I don't like it in the end, I will switch the Mihao for a Lulu because my Lulu is not being used. Before I go, I'm going to show you guys my updated arena defense. I don't know if you guys saw it, but this is my arena defense that I'm using right now, and today's a Friday, guys, and in Friday I am holding G3 pretty nicely. I have to say that the buff really worked well on my side for my defense because people are definitely attacking, but I'm definitely getting a lot more defense runs. And I have to say I was in G3 the entire week. But my defense rate is still this high. Obviously, I'm not saying that all those players that attack me are G3 level. There are people that just climb, because they want to touch the stars, the red stars. But there are people that are in G3, and again, those people that are attacking during the weekdays doesn't mean that they're in no means they're a low-level player. They're probably at least C3 or G1 that just wants to, get G3. I'm blabbering, but I just want to tell you guys that my defense is doing well. I'm very happy with it. If you guys are curious about the runes, I'll show it to you right now. I did show it in a balance patch video, but if you guys didn't want to watch that, this is my Nigon on Nemesis, Violet Nemesis. This is my Alexandra on Vampire Nemesis. So I changed the Vampire Energy to Vampire Nemesis and gave her some more accuracy with some more defense and attack. This is my Juno on Despair Nemesis. So everything's on Nemesis. Funny, right? Nemesis. And finally, the Triana is my crit damage Triana. I went with the crit damage Triana because she had better artifacts, I believe. Yeah, crit damage received minus 6%, and then damage received... Oh, never mind. I thought this one had the damage received from wind minus something, but nonetheless, people can't come into Lucians against this usually, so that was it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If there's anything else that you guys would like me to do in some as well, please put a comment below. Again, if you guys enjoyed the video, please give this video a like because that really helps. It allows this video to be exposed to more viewers out there. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.